Top 5 units you need to build right now on Zenless Zone Zero. How y'all doing? Welcome to Mobile Trash. We are back, and let me tell y'all something. By the time you're hearing this, you should be playing Zenless Zone Zero right now. And today we're going to be doing the top 5 units that I really recommend, and I really want you to really get into, and I really want you to start building these characters, because these characters, I feel like, are going to be the meta. They're going to be those meta characters that you need to play, that you need to build so you can kill these bosses, so you can kill these enemies, so you can go through all of the content with gosh darn dang ease. Alright, today we're going to be going over my top 5, and we're going to start from 5, you know, as I always say, with these games. You can clear the content 110 gosh darn dang %. You can clear this, clear that, but there's always going to be, you know, at least like 5 units in this whole like list of units that are going to be the top units that you should build and you should use 110 gosh darn dang %. I mean, I'm not even lying to y'all, all right? Do not build these units, all right? Build these gosh darn dang units, and you'll get through the game. But yeah, we're going to go over my top 5, and we're going to start off with number 5. Today, we're going to keep it simple with number 5, and we're going to go with Grace Howard. Grace Howard is in the Bellabog Heavy Industries, and she is electric type unit. She is a S rank unit too, so she's definitely going to be, you know, a high rank important character to use. And I also think, you know, with electric, with the, you know, the shocking effects and all that stuff, I feel like electric units are always so fun to play, always great to use. Now she is a Pierce, and if you don't know what a Pierce is, basically she's like a gun character, I guess you could say. You know, she's going to be shooting everything. She's going to be shooting you. She's going to be shooting everybody. I mean, she's going to be shooting, you know, poles that are around her. I mean, I don't know. You know, if you're an electric unit, you're going to be shooting everything. And, you know, as these units, these shooting units, sometimes they are definitely hit or miss. You know, I'll say this in Wuthering Waves, you know, a lot of the shooting units, you know, only Mortified was a good unit in that. So, you know, it was like, whatever. You know, I don't think... Honkai Star Rail, you know, it's a turn-based game. I didn't really play it much. Genshin Impact, I think they're now just getting some shooting-type units. But yeah, this is, you know, a shooting-type unit. Now, here we go with the information. Now, look. Before I go any further or whatever, so basically, we're gonna do some yapping real quick. We're gonna go over the information, all right? Grace's basic attack and dash attacks deal physical damage. She obtains zap stacks from it, and she can gain up to 8 zap stacks. Alright, so basically the stacks are like Honkai Star Rail, they're like Genshin Impact, they're like Wuthering Waves. They're kind of like these kind of energy that you're building up. You're kind of just building up this energy, and it's coming up as like a stack. You know, you're stacking up this energy so you can pop off even more. So up to 8 zap stacks, I mean, guys, that is going to be really good. That is going to be really good in this game. Once she gets the maximum stacks, her special attack, or EX special attack, will consume all of its electric anomaly, and it will build up by 65%. Guys, that is kind of huge. I'm not going to lie, because yes, her specialty is anomaly, and I'll tell you real quick what anomaly is. So basically, this anomaly, it's kind of electric, and it can cause like electric damage. Intervals, it's called shocked. Grace inflicting an electrical anomaly buildup can cause the shock effect to increase the shock that enemies. Basically, she can send out a freaking shock like vortex type thing. You know, kills everything basically. Grace has kind of electric combo. Using basic attacks or dash attacks against the enemies to build up zap attacks, and then boom, you can use that. So basically, you can just be, you know, going around, you know, hitting the enemies, doing your thing, and then those suckers, they just keep building and building and building. That energy just keeps building and building, and then once that energy keeps building, boom, she just hits, and she hits that special. Guys, I think Grace is going to be one of the units that you're really going to need on your team. If you like electric units, you like that stuff, I mean, she's definitely going to be a great fit. But let's move on and let's talk about number 4. Now, I remember I did my little, little pre-game tier list, and I remember I told y'all that Ellen is going to be one of those units that you need on your team. And for number 4, I feel like Ellen's a perfect place to put on here. Ellen is an ice ability attacker. She's got those kind of ice skills. Her speciality is attack. She's kind of a slash. She's kind of a hack and slash type kind of sword character. She's gonna, be bashing enemies up, mix them up around. I mean, Lord Mighty, you're gonna be, it's gonna be crazy. All right. Now, here we go. Let's just. I'll give you some things about Ellen, but I just want to say this before, my first, couple points here about Ellen is that she has a really great design. I mean, the design's nice. The sword, like the thing, she's just kind of a hack and slash, unit, and I really love that. All right. So, when entering combat, press or double tap the dodge button to enter in the roaming state. While in the roaming state's like kind of like a rage type ability. Like you can just kind of like cheese out the enemies type thing. You can press the base attack button to execute a rapid scissor strikes that will deal ice damage on the enemies. If you hold basic attack button during the roaming state, this will unleash the charged scissor strikes that will deal even greater ice damage. I mean, Lord Almighty. So you're telling me this girl, she is just going to be doing ice damage, and you can do even more ice damage on these enemies, and I feel like that's already insane. That's already great. She can gain flash free charges. When you hit enemies with the scissor strikes, you can get flash freeze charges. Once Ellen has a charge, it will trigger to enhance her basic and dash attacks. So again, like I just said, as you know, these games kind of have like a rage. It's kind of like a rage type state. And like you go into like a rage mode where like everything that you have in your arsenal is kind of buffed up by this %. And that's really OP. And it's really great for, beginning players that are just getting on there and doing their thing. But we're not going to go into detail because this is not a guide or anything. But yeah, Ellen Jo's definitely going to be a top unit for sure. So I'm definitely going to put her on the number 4 spot. Let's talk about number 3. For number 3, I think this is going to be an easy one to put on here. Soldier 11. One of those first units that you get to play as and all that stuff. A main character, I guess you could say. It's an S rank, of course. It's a fire type character, which I really enjoy. Again, the speciality is attack. And again, Soldier 11's a hack and slash type character. I really enjoy that. I really love hack and slash characters. Now, I really like her because you use fire suppression. And what that is, she has 2 modes in her kit where she starts with physical damage. And then the other is with fire damage. Once the fire suppression is triggered, this will be mainly for basic and dash attacks, which is really great. And to trigger this, all you gotta do is use your basic attacks to unleash slashes dealing fire damage. And then, using all her skills in accession will, do the special attack. And you'll just be doing fire amounts of damage. I feel like this is going to be a unit that you want to build and that you need to build up because this unit is going to carry you through the beginning of the game. So definitely build that unit up 110 gosh darn dang %. And number 2, we're just going to get straight into it. Nicole. Nicole's already number 2. Nicole, I feel like, is going to be one of those top tier support units that you need to gosh darn dang build up. Look, guys, her attributes are she's like ether, I guess that's like the healing support thing. Her speciality is support. She is kind of like a strike type character. Now, she's capable of pulling enemies towards the center of the ether energy. Now, basically, This is your Venti. This is your what's that other man, I'm forgetting. This is your Yang Yang on Wuthering Waves. This unit is going to grab the other enemies in the field and put them together. And how does that help you out in any case? Because look, how that helps you out is simple. These enemies, if you're on a time-gated situation, if you're playing the time-gated Tower of Adversity type mode or whatever, you need enemies close to you, especially if you're playing on mobile, so you can do the most damage, you can do the most this, most that, most that, most that, blah, 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 blah. Basically, you just want to put these in, you just want to get these enemies close to the center. And already, that is just already insane. So, obviously, it's going number 2. And number 1, guys, y'all saw this coming. One of my favorite units that I've seen. Billy is definitely going on number 1. Billy just has a great design. Great attacks here. He's an attack unit. And he is a piercing unit, so he's going to be shooting around and stuff like that. His attribute, he does physical damage, which is, you always need a unit that can do really good physical damage. And I really like that. He's one of the most fun characters to play. Look, you can even start crouching and you get increased damage for your bullets. I mean, this guy, he's a long-range firearm attack. He's long-range. Excuse me for that. He's long-range. He's going to be just a valuable unit on your team. And I feel like you need to build him. Go build him right now. Go build him. Look, I know he's an A-rank character. No, he's not an S-rank character. But guys, this is one of the coolest A-rank characters that I've gosh darn dang seen. Like, you can't tell me this guy doesn't look cool. Anyways, I hope you're enjoying Zenless Zone Zero. I'm sure am. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Again, follow on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts at. We're dropping more content every day. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.